So I grew up in the Central District. I went to Garfield High School, and I went to UW, and I've been here ever since. So I own a brewery on 23rd and Jackson called 23rd Ave Brewery. We make beer for the community, by the community. So all of our beer has a unique tie to where we're from. Arte Noir reached out to us to do a beer tasting, and we were super excited to be involved with Arte Noir. I mean, this place is very comfortable, it's very inviting, and you don't really find many spaces like that in Seattle.
My mother started a business called Seaweed International that specialized in clothing, jewelry, and adornments from Kenya, East Africa. And her having that store in the Central District was really a hub for people to come and, you know, talk about different things that were going on. It just became like a social justice hub where folks were buying the products, but they were also just like there to have these conversations. What I got out of that was this jewelry and accessories and clothing were really the beginning of a conversation for Black people in the Central District.
Arte Noir has positioned themselves as a center of culture and creativity for the CD. Once again, you know, us being able to make that return back to, you know, where it all started for a lot of our families. Having a space like this that is, you know, state of the art, that obviously they put a lot of care and attention and time into. And again, just being that focal point for us to be able to show our work and have these conversations and be a staple in the art community, not just in Seattle, but for the country. You know, I think when people come to Seattle, when they visit here and they visit Arte Noir, they'll see, you know, just how important our arts and culture is to us.
We really focus on Black culture in our brewery. We really want to make beer and products that are representative of our culture and our community. So that kind of really drives us.
My personal aspects and the rewards for working with Arte Noir is organic, and it would be, I think it's one of the same. It is personal. It's rewarding because it's within my community and it is a part of my community and it's interwoven with that whole fabric. So I couldn't even think of anything better or any way better to be able to, you know, articulate my business and be able to partner with somebody to have the kind of impact that I would like to have. This is the best way because it's able to scale up the impact that I can have by being able to partner with them and work with Arte Noir.
You know, people are really looking for a way to connect to the continent, and we bring these accessories to them, and that becomes an entry point for them. I love coming to Arte Noir and looking at all the other products that are here. They find some of the best stuff, and it's just like a hub for me to just come and like collect and shop Black.
So for there to be a staple in the community that's a hub, if you will, that acknowledges this sort of renaissance of Black entrepreneurship that's occurring around the country, but then creates a space for the revenue to be generated around local makers, is one that you really celebrate, because then people from back home also get to see what you're up to. They get to support you, and you're able to sort of share your gift and your craft right from the same neighborhood that you grew up in.
I think about the future. You know, we're gonna have a lot of folks who, you know, are blending and things are happening and things are changing, but it doesn't necessarily mean that we have to cast anybody out. You know, we can collaborate, we don't have to compete. You know, there's plenty for everyone, you know, and Seattle is such a beautiful place, such a beautiful city, nature-wise and culturally, artistically. You know, I think there's enough for all of us to be able to share and grow.
The values that I have as a Black artist in Seattle is the truth, period, and outreach. Because it's important to be honest, and it's important to reach out and share resources so that we can pull each other up. If we don't share resources and we don't share what we know and what we've been through, then we're not gonna get ahead.
The CD means home. I mean, one of the reasons why we started 23rd Ave and we wanted to be in the Central District because we wanted to come home. Gentrification in a lot of ways pushed a lot of us out, and this was a way for us to come home and be back, be in the space, be in community, and make sure that we can pass that legacy on to our kids.
And I think once you're from the Central District, once you're a part of that network and part of the community, it doesn't matter where you go in the world, you'll always be able to call that home. You'll always be able to represent the fact that you're from the Central District. and there's no connections like it.
If you're in it, you know, it's not on you, it's in you, you know. And I think that, you know, the culture that the city has, the culture that this neighborhood has, you know, it's very unique. You know, we don't got to borrow from nobody. We have our own thing. And I think, you know, the more people that are championing that, you know, the brighter, the more vibrant that'll get. You know, the CD is my home. You know, I've built so many relationships and opportunities and projects and plans here. You know, hope to grow my family here as well. It's a beautiful city, and I'm proud to be from here.